for my corporate clients, and we go all over the world with lots of major brands, for my corporate clients, we teach people those skills.
Can you share some of those?
Well, yeah. For example, would be the following. You have people that you've worked with in the community or worked with in your private life. Some of those people will very often give you advice. Sometimes the advice...
Unsolicited,
correct.
yes.
Okay. Now, when people give you advice, however well-intentioned, what do you notice that happens to you the moment they start telling you what they think you should do?
You get defensive.
Exactly. Now, is it because the advice is bad or because it's their advice instead of your conclusion?
Well, it's probably the former.
The advice is bad?
Sometimes.
Well, think about it.
But then again, sometimes it depends on the credible source.
Well, let me put it to you this way. Let's suppose you have a poor diet, and let's suppose you fail to exercise, you're sedentary, and you're concerned about your health.
Well, there's no responsibility in that.
Right. And supposing you already know that, and supposing I say to you, you know, you should eat right and you should exercise. Now, even though I'm well-intentioned and the advice is good advice, you'll notice you'll still get defensive.
Absolutely.
And the reason has zero to do with my intentions, and it has zero to do with the advice. The reason has to do with the fact that it's my idea instead of yours.
So how do you enable someone to come to that conclusion?
I help you to come to conclusions that will work something like this.
This is not easy stuff.
Agreed. It's very difficult.
You're juggling 40 balls in the air.
True, yeah, and it would work something like this. I would simply say, how you doing now with your diet? And you would say, poor. And then I'd say, talk to me about exercise. And you'd say, I'm going to get going any minute now. And then I'd say, okay, let's suppose you keep eating a bunch of junk, and let's suppose you're sedentary.
Right.
What's going to happen? And you're going to say, well, I'm probably going to...
So they have to own the solution, and you enable them to
I say,
learn.
okay, how long do you want to keep doing that? And you'll say, well, I don't. And I say, well, supposing you were to change your behavior, what you would do? And you say, well, I probably need to eat better, and I need to exercise. And then I'd say, exactly. Now, what are your thoughts about doing that today?